Okay, guys, I wanted to talk about because a lot of you have been asking me my kind of beginner tips and tricks of this game. So I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to give you a kind of like top list. I don't really have top 10 or top 5. It's kind of just what I did within my first week to get where I am, because I'm already level 44, which is not bad. Now, a lot of these tips are obvious. Some of them are just my opinion. So if I miss any top tricks, guys, or tips, I want you to comment down below and let me know what your tricks are in this game, tips, little secrets, glitches, whatever it is. So obviously, this is something which is very, very, very obvious. Do all of these missions. Right, so obviously this is like the second week one, where before it was all about Supersonic. Now we're all about Mosquito Girl. So it looks like every week they're going to do these nice little missions to give you nice characters. So it's all relatively easy, and then you can go through and, you know, you can see tomorrow's one, so to challenge arena 6 times, clear a boss stage 10 times, do this certain amount of times, complete Sam's quest, complete tournaments. All of these stuffs are relatively easy. And even if you don't end up finishing it and getting the big boss crate, because I mean at the end of the day she's not very good in this game, so it's not the end of the world if you don't get her, but my point is that these are very easy to do, so make sure you do them. Make sure you get your daily gift every day, another one that goes without saying. Make sure you always have a little check at the events in here, guys, because you're gonna get, I mean that's pretty dead, that one, but you're going to get pretty decent stuff for just going through these and kind of not really having to pay much attention to anything that's happening. As you can see, I've just been going through floor 1 here. So this is just a good example of a challenge. You always want to make sure that you're doing these. So I wonder if I can kill this guy. Let's have a look. So I think the reason I got killed before is because on this one they all start first. But obviously I've leveled up my team quite a lot. So let's just skip this. And guys, just a little obvious tip, guys, skip battles. Then you can get through it all quicker. But he's gone. Sometimes you get a nice crate. I didn't on this one. Complete Unnatural Disaster Mode. Complete Conquest Challenge 25 times. Complete Sailor's Quest. Attend 15 tournament wins. So all of that is relatively easy to push through. And the same for the bonuses, guys. Always claim your free stamina, and if you miss it, pay for it. Because stamina converts into gold, into XP, into shards, into everything. And if I wanted to tell you how to spend your diamonds, if any of you are intrigued in that, the one thing I tell you to, obviously make sure you've got max friends as well. The one thing I tell you to do with your stamina is buy this. I always get the free one, and I go 25, 25, 50, 50. So there's 100 stamina, 100 diamonds a day spent on stamina, but it is worth it. Because you get some of your best stuff from that. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very important to do that. Do I need any of those? Not really. And obviously, so what I tend to do with my stamina, and this is another very, very important thing. So what I do first is always do your daily quests. And doing these, you basically get an understanding of what you need to do and when you need to do it. So you don't miss anything. But there's that done. Coin challenge. I've got a new one here. You always want to make sure you do the newest version of these challenges as well, because you do get some relatively decent stuff from these. So this one here, let's have a look what happens. I haven't actually seen his move yet. That's ridiculous. So I always just have the 3 people. And when you're in gameplay, so I know I'm reading off loads of tips one after the other guys, but you guys want to sort of just how I play. So always have if it's one enemy, you want to have the characters who only hit one enemy turned on. You don't want to waste your skill with him or your rubbish characters. Obviously, it's very important to make sure you've got a team of 6 on, but if you haven't got the ability of all 6 characters fully upgraded, it's very nice to prioritize the skills that you use. One, two, three. So you can see that these characters all do a fantastic amount of damage, and it was very lucky that I got Seeking from a summon because he is an SR. And Supersonic was got from the 7-day login, and he's a 7-day like login challenges, and he is a fantastic character. And what I really like about Deep Seeking is that the amount of damage he does, he's very good for boss battles. So if you have Supersonic and Deep Seeking, they're going to be a very good combo for boss battles. I will go and do a boss battle very shortly so you can see what I mean. We're quite close to killing him. Maybe after I've upgraded Supersonic, guys, I might be able to get a bit more damage done on him. But to be fair, that was pretty nice. And the same for the XP challenge. But like I said, I've already cleared most of these, so you can just sweep them. Right, lovely. So the club challenge has popped up. Make sure you do this every day, because even if you don't have to win this, guys. That's a very, very important thing. You do not need to win this. You're not expected to do 20 million damage to your boss. But like I said, it's very, very nice just to go in, get some damage done, help your guild out, guys, and reap in some decent rewards later on in the day. There's another quick tip for you there. Get on, skip it. You don't have to think about it. Great, that's actually a new record I've achieved there. Number 2 from 1 attack. Just consider that, guys. How easy it can actually be. So then I've got 3 more challenges completed, which is going to give you a summoning every day. So every 10 days, guys, you're guaranteed an SR. In the hero tournaments, I don't really have much advice for you in the hero tournaments. They're okay. I don't really see too much of a reason to play them at the moment. I know there's a couple of challenges to win them. So that is quite important that you jump in and win them. But apart from that, guys, I did that in 1 hit. So obviously, well, I'm not actually like balanced in a level yet. So as long as you just always fight the easiest person. To be honest with you, 20,000, just go in and kill this guy again. So I actually do have quite a fair amount of characters and stuff leveled up. So I've been quite lucky with all of my draws. And so obviously anyone who's asked about the best way to get SRs. Now, the best way to get SRs would be, let's try and fight a harder enemy. Let's see what we can do. The best way to get SRs would definitely just be only ever use 10 tokens. I cannot stress that enough. You only should ever use 10 token summons, because you don't really want to be wasting the amount of like money that you use. Because if I go into the summonings area over here, you only ever want to do times 10, because when you do times 10, you're guaranteed an SR. Epic recruitments, you're not, and I don't understand why you're not. So you could do them more singly if you wanted, but never use a single token. Never use a single token. I cannot stress that enough, guys. Never use a single token. Then just make sure, the main tip I can give you, the main quick tip, is to just go through this. One at a time. One at a time. Just going through everything. Like I said, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, guys. After each other. Just push through all of these. So I'm going to do, because obviously I'm going to go to work. I'm going to do a 4-hour, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 hours, which is basically my full day there. Brilliant. upgrade. Talents upgrading is quite important as well. I can upgrade the advanced quest now, which I will do. I get them to 4 stars, so I'm gonna save that shortly. I've got loads of those, I just haven't got around to using them, guys. There's no reason I haven't used them, it just takes time, which I haven't had yet. So if I was to summarize this video up, guys, save your SSR tokens and only do 10 times summons. Make sure you buy all of the stamina every day with diamonds, because stamina is the most important resource. I know I didn't say this, guys, but make sure you do fight the bosses whenever they appear, because you can get some very, very good stuff from it. And they're not very difficult. So make sure you do the other boss battles every day as well, because those shards are so important to starring characters up. Make sure you also have at least focus on 6 characters first, so you can start off getting sort of your team leveled up very nicely in a very, very good position. So it's always good to have a fully upgraded team first, because you can use them for arena, boss fights. You can basically use that for everything. So that's very, very important. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed me reeling off a load of quick tips and tricks. And do let me know if I've missed any tips and tricks that you guys use. I'll see you all in the next video.